Rest in peace, Pat Patterson, the first ever Intercontinental Champion and a famous producer backstage for the best finishes of wrestling matches in the history of the sport. You will be missed. Okay, bros. Now, here's your host. Okay, bros. I'm your host, Jimmy the Gibson, and we are here for another episode of your weekly NXT Fix, where we give you all the recaps and reviews of what happened this week on NXT. Now, for those of you wondering, that other guy calling me out, Blackpool the Third, whatever that guy is, you know what? I'm starting to question his accent. And as a matter of fact, we're going to have two top people, good friends of mine. We're going to have to investigate this a little bit, bros. You know, we're talking about the bro and the po that run the show. Now, they're a little busy these next 2-3 months. I don't know. I think they said something about watching Chrisley Knows Best over and over and over again. I don't know. I mean, I guess they have nothing else better to do, or maybe they're just not busy. Who knows? Anyway, we'll find out more about that later. So, we begin this week's NXT with a nice tribute to Pat Patterson. Rest in peace, Pat Patterson. You had everybody in the NXT arena there, the Capitol Wrestling Center. Everybody for you, they were going banana. If you know, you know. Now, because on Thursdays, we wear yellow, before we get things kicked off with the ever so popular bro ratings, let's take a quick pause for the cause and show you today's tasty beverage. We've got the Truly Strawberry Lemonade. Oh, nice. So, we kicked off NXT this week with a match between Damian Priest and Leon Ruff versus Santos, Escobar, and Raul Mendoza. Now, at commentary was Johnny Gargano, and he was hilarious all the way through. He says, "Hey, go buy another mesh shirt, you goof." And they showed backstage why Damian Priest is teaming up with Leon Ruff. Well, it was actually supposed to be Kurt Stallion teaming up with Ruff to go against Escobar and Mendoza, but they attacked Stallion, and Priest says, "You know what? I'm going to be in this match because I have a vested interest in Leon Ruff's well-being leading into my championship match at TakeOver." That made sense when I rewatched it, because before I was like, well, what's the point of this tag team match? But then after rewatching it, made sense. And we had none other than Super Tan referee on this contest. So, pretty good match between these two teams. In the end, Priest was about to hit the reckoning. Leon Ruff tagged himself in, hit the frog splash for the 1, 2, 3. Ruff and Priest were your winners. And we're going to give that one a 7.6 on the bro ratings. Moving on, we have a special look at the Undisputed Era. That's right, we're talking Roddy Strong. We're talking Bobby Fish. We're talking Kyle O'Reilly. And we're talking Adam Cole, baby. Leading into War Games this weekend. Next match we had Austin Gray versus Cameron Grimes. And my boy, Retro AG, that's right, Austin Gray as he's called right now, looked pretty good. Got some good offense in, but Cameron Grimes hit the cave-in for the 1, 2, 3. In kind of a squash match, but at least AG got some moves in. So, with that being said, bros, we're going to give that one a 7.1 on the bro ratings. Now, even though he just wrestled, Grimes time! Cameron Grimes dropping some knowledge on us this week. Well, he was speaking so loud in the arena, either that or they had a hidden microphone in his chest hair or beard. Because he says, Loomis, you want to be strapped up to me? Cameron Grimes, a real man. Well, I'm afraid you made a mistake. Strapped up to Cameron Grimes. I don't think you quite understand what happens when you get strapped up to Cameron Grimes. I'll say when's enough, and the whole time he's beating down Retro AG. That's right. Here's the best part. He can run, but he's still strapped up, and I can pull him right back in, and I can really give him what I want. It's Grimes time! That guy, he kills me. Moving on, we had one-on-one match. Tony Nese versus Jake Atlas. Great match between the two, and Jake Atlas hit his finishing move, the cartwheel along the ropes into a DDT for the 1, 2, 3. We're going to give that one a 7.3 on the bro ratings. Moving on, after the match, Jake Atlas had a little ringside interview saying, hey, this is my climb back up to the top to go for the Cruiserweight Championship. So, I like that. Next up, we had the Kings of NXT for the brand, Team McAfee in-ring interview. And Pat McAfee was talking the entire time. Oney Lorcan paces back and forth, looking crazy. Danny Burch is the silent hype man. And Pete Dunne just stands there looking smug the entire time, 10, 15-minute interview, whatever it was. Naturally, they said they're going to win War Games. They got the advantage, and Pat McAfee ends it with, we're the greatest. You all suck. Cheers. Okay, we're going to give that one a 7.0 on the bro ratings. Wasn't the greatest with Pat McAfee, but you can't say it was terrible. Now, moving on. Normally at this point in time, we take an intermission, right? But we're not going to do it this time, right? No. Right, bros? No. I called it off. Called off the intermission. This is Jimmy the Gibson show, okay? Jeez, unbelievable. Everybody interrupting, especially, we don't need that Blackpool guy coming on here. Next up on NXT, we had backstage, not really even a backstage, at an unknown location. Xia Li and Boa were dunking their heads underwater by the older Chinese gentleman, was just telling them again. And then we see a mysterious female figure. And they stand up. They get hit with kendo sticks. Who is she? Why? Moving on, we have Everrise. That's right, Everrise. This is a straight throwback to a 1990s tag team. I mean, they have the paint splattered outfits looking somewhat like the Nasty Boys, but yet they talk and wrestle like they're the Quebecers. I think one of them's a Martel. I mean, these guys have some promise if you think about it. But then they're attacked by Imperium returning to NXT, and we had a match, Imperium versus the Grizzled Young Veterans. And I don't know why Blackpool thinks I say that poorly. But anyway, we've got Liverpool's number one, Zach Gibson. May be related, that's right. He's my friend. And James Drake versus Marcel Bartel, Fabian Eichner. Great tag team match between these two teams. They hit all their signature moves, and in the end, Everrise came out and caused the DQ finish. Look out for Everrise, bros. That's the only thing that I was a little disappointed with here. it was such a great match between these two teams. Would have been great to get some sort of finish there. So, with that being said, bros, we're going to give this one a 7.6 on the bro ratings. Now, if you're paying attention here so far, there's a tie. They show backstage Everrise trying to get interviewed, and they go, "Not now, Mackenzie." And they just take off into their car, and they roll down the window. They go, "Everrise rules." I mean, great stuff between these guys. Moving on, we have another in-person segment of Thatch as Thatch Can. I'm done with this. I'm done with these in-person Thatch as Thatch Can. Just let the guy have a match. Give him a squash match. I don't care if he's wrestling, one of his students, Performance Center trainees. It doesn't matter. But what was good here was Tommaso Ciampa appeared, and then Thatcher's student attacked Ciampa. Thatcher put on the choke, which I believe they called the grommet, the bulldog choke there. Ciampa passed out, which is going to set up a match between them, either at TakeOver or maybe next week. We'll see what happens there. The lesson of today was distraction, and Ciampa got distracted. So it made sense. But I'm done with this. So with that being said, bros, we're going to give that one a 6.8 on the bro ratings. Moving on to your main event, we have the ladder match for the advantage in War Games. Raquel Gonzalez versus Shotzi Blackheart. Ow, ow, ow! And please keep in mind that there were a few officials around the outside, including Super Tan referee. And you know what, bros? I've come to some sort of conclusion here that in his contract, Super Tan referee has it in there that he must work all ladder matches. I mean, it makes sense when you're the head official. You pick and choose the best matches that you want, and you also get all ladder matches. Now, this was a great match between Raquel and Shotzi. Fantastic stuff, including their respective teammates who are on the platforms. Indy Hartwell pushes a ladder over there. All those ladies climb down. Then somehow, Rhea Ripley and Ember Moon climb down, and they're all brawling along the entranceway. Well, Raquel Gonzalez is climbing up, and then, out of nowhere, It's EO! It's EO! From the rafters! Not really, but that's a kind of a throwback reference there. But Io Shirai did jump off the rope and land on Raquel Gonzalez's back. Raquel's still climbing the ladder wearing Io as a backpack, but Io chokes her down. Io takes everybody out with a big moonsault. Shotzi climbs the ladder, gets the briefcase, and Team Shotzi Blackheart wins the match and gets the advantage for War Games. Good stuff there, bros. We're going to give that one a 7.8 on the bro rating, which that means barely. This was your match of the night. We had three matches in the running there. We had the Grizzled Young Veterans Imperium match. We had the Damian Priest and Ruff versus Escobar and Mendoza match, but it was Shotzi versus Raquel, your match of the night. So, with that being said, bros, this was a pretty decent episode of NXT. Not the greatest. It didn't have any, top big matches where you're getting a high 8 or a low 9 type grade, but it really only had one down segment, and that was the Thatch as Thatch Can. So everything was pretty even, and you know what? You didn't even need any of your top competitors. You're saving them for War Games this weekend. So with that being said, we have 7 matches or in-ring segments, giving us an average bro rating of 7.31. Now, to your predictions for War Games! And with your predictions for NXT TakeOver War Games, you've heard it here first. just announced Tommaso Ciampa will go up against Timothy Thatcher, and Ciampa wins. Cameron Grimes will go up against Dexter Lumis in a strap match, and Cameron Grimes wins. Next, we have the North American Championship. Your champion, Leon Ruff, versus Johnny Gargano versus Damian Priest in a triple threat match. And your winner, and new NXT North American Champion, Johnny Gargano. You heard it here first, bros. Now, I've polled some of my closest bros to see who would win the respective War Games matches. For Team Shotzi versus Team Candice, we have a score of 3 for Shotzi, 1 for Candice. Wow. But you've heard it here first, bros. Team Candice will win War Games. That's right, bros. Even though Team Shotzi has the advantage, it's going to be Candice LeRae. It's going to be Dakota Kai. It's going to be Raquel Gonzalez. It's going to be Tony Time. Candice wins War Games. That brings it to a 3-2 vote amongst the bros. And finally, the Undisputed Era versus Team McAfee. We had a 3-1 vote in favor of the Undisputed Era. And with my prediction counting, we are going Undisputed Era wins War Games. That's right. We haven't seen him wrestle in a little bit, and we're talking big-time moments from Adam Cole, baby. That's right. We're talking a 4-1 prediction. Undisputed Era versus Team McAfee at War Games. I mean, bros, we're so excited. Can't wait to see everyone there, and really looking forward to Monday's TakeOver results and review. Okay, bros, I'm your host, Jimmy the Gibson. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, comment below, and we will see you on Sunday for War Games! Oh! Hey there, mates, for I am James Paddington Bear Blackpool the third here, interrupting this guy's video. And everything that Jimmy the Gibson says about me is complete bollocks. As a matter of fact, you mates should go ahead and watch my YouTube video called OK Mates, where we talk about NXT UK. Even this wanker here, Walter. That's right, we'll talk about this wanker. More importantly, we'll talk about all the good wrestlers from England. And all we have to say to them is, "Hey up, cocker." So forget about Jimmy the Gibson. Start watching some Blackpool videos in your lives. Ha ha ha. And if not, well, you know what comes next. Don't make me say it. Piss off, wankers. There, I said it.